Thor Love and Thunder officially hits theaters this Friday, July 8th, and it looks like Marvel is not going to be stopping with their content anytime soon. So today, we're going to be talking about some Marvel Funko Pops and one Marvel Soda that I think you guys should buy now before they get more expensive. Here we go. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. So today we have a very high requested video that we're going to be doing. I know a lot of people have been asking about more Marvel content. Well, I thought it's a perfect time to do so because Thor Love and Thunder is dropping this Friday, and I'm extremely excited to see the next installment of the Thor franchise. Now, Kevin Feige actually came out recently and said that the path for the future of the Marvel Cinematic Universe moving into Phase 5 will be coming much clearer in the next upcoming months. So, with that being said, I think there's going to be a lot of new movies on the way, there's already a lot of new shows on the way, and there's going to be a lot of new characters making appearances in the MCU for the first time. So, without further ado, let's jump into today's list for the Pops and one soda that I picked out for you guys that I think you guys should buy now while their prices are lower before later on when their prices could potentially be higher. So the first pop that we're going to be talking about for today's video should come as no surprise, and it is pretty much the man of the hour right now, and that comes with Thor. And this pop that I'm specifically recommending that you guys go pick up is the Gladiator Thor, which was a Marvel Collector Core exclusive, which came out in October of 2017. And this is one of my favorite Thor Funko Pops that they have ever released. And it's from a very funny moment in Thor Ragnarok where he's actually fighting none other than the Hulk, and he looks up at the Grandmaster while he's in the battle arena, and he says that the Hulk is actually a friend from work, making a joke about the Avengers. Now, this pop has gone up over time. It at one point was trending for about $60, but has since come down to where it is right now, today standing at $44. The reason I'm recommending this Funko Pop in particular is because until I see Thor Love and Thunder, I think Thor Ragnarok is the best Thor movie out of the three that they've released so far, and the Loki right alongside this one that came out in that box is still pretty expensive as a result of the Loki Season 1 hype. We are getting Loki Season 2, which I'm very excited about, but overall, I think this is just a very unique Thor pop, considering he does have a different style helmet, he does have the shield, which is very Captain America-like, and overall, like I said, it's just from a very funny and very memorable scene from the film, and since it has gone down, I think this is a great time for any Marvel collector to grab this for their collection, as I definitely see this having the potential to go back up, especially if Thor Love and Thunder does very well in the theaters this week. So the next pop that I want to talk about for today's list is actually one of the 4 characters on my shirt here, and if you guys don't have this Fantastic Four pop t-shirt, you guys should definitely go out and grab it. It is one of my favorite Marvel Collector Core Funko t-shirts, and the character that I'm specifically talking about right here for number 2 on today's Marvel list is none other than Johnny Storm, aka the Human Torch. And there's actually been a lot of Fantastic Four news swirling around the Marvel community recently, specifically dealing with Chris Evans. Now, everyone knows Chris Evans as Captain America, and he's even been asked several times if he would return as Captain America, and he actually came out recently on social media and responded to all those questions, finally saying that he prefers not to come back as Captain America, even praising Anthony Mackie and saying that the role isn't even his to take anymore, as he's officially passed the shield on to Anthony Mackie's Falcon, who is now the new Captain America. But when asked if he would return as Johnny Storm, aka the Human Torch, he said that would be a much easier sell. And we do know that the Fantastic Four is coming to the MCU. Kevin Feige is adamant that he is going to be bringing Marvel's first family to the big screen, and we don't know when that is officially going to happen. We did see John Krasinski's minor cameo in Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness as Reed Richards, but guys, a lot of these Fantastic Four pops are extremely reasonable in terms of price, but there's just not that many of them out there. The one that I think you guys should go out and grab, this is my favorite Human Torch that Funko has ever made. This is the glow-in-the-dark Marvel Collector Core exclusive Human Torch. And now this one has been rising a little bit. I mean, this is what we call, or what Joanna and I like to joke as, a baby rise, because it has risen in value from about $10 to $19 over the past few months. But $19 is still only a few dollars over retail. So if you're looking for a good grab for a very reasonable price, then the Human Torch should definitely be at the top of your wish list. Continuing the trend with characters that just don't have that many Funko Pops, another one that we have to talk about today is Hobgoblin, especially because of the recent news that happened in the community once again. Now, if you guys know that the Hobgoblin in the comics, one of his alter egos is Ned Leeds, who is actually already a character in the MCU. Ned, of course, is played by Jacob Batalon, and he is, of course, Peter Parker's best friend in all three of the newer Spider-Man movies. Now, there's only two Funko Pops of the Hobgoblin. There's the OG Marvel Collector Core and the comic book one that they released recently, part of the t-shirt bundle. And I actually have the t-shirt bundle right here. I had to grab it when it first came out. I actually still have mine sealed, although I'm probably going to be opening this up in the near future because I do want to wear the t-shirt. But here is the Target exclusive Hobgoblin bundle, if you guys didn't see it. The pop actually does glow in the dark. Now, if you just want to go out and grab the pop, it's only trending for $20. But I could see this one going up and having the potential to rise to the $50 or $60 range if Jacob actually ends up transforming into the Hobgoblin in the MCU. Now, regarding the recent news that we got, Jacob was actually spotted in a collectible store holding a Hobgoblin action figure, teasing his upcoming possible transformation in the MCU. I also want to bring about a theory of mine. Since Doctor Strange had to cast that spell at the end of No Way Home, which made everybody forget who Peter Parker is, now Ned and of course MJ have no knowledge of who Peter Parker is or who Spider-Man is, now moving into a potential Spider-Man 4 with Tom Holland, which pretty much sets up the possibility of Ned turning into the Hobgoblin perfectly. Now, as for the other Hobgoblin Funko Pop, this came out several years back. It was a Marvel Collector Core exclusive. I actually do happen to own this one. It's the Hobgoblin flying around on his glider there. It is a beautiful pop, and this one already is a huge grail. I believe it's trending around $200, and it is very hard to find. So that's why I'm recommending you guys go grab the newer Hobgoblin, because you will definitely not have to shell out anywhere near as much money for this one as you would for the newer Hobgoblin. The next Funko Pop that we have to talk about for today's Marvel list is a character that's actually already appeared in the MCU, but there has been a lot of news swirling the team that he could potentially appear on in an upcoming movie that Marvel has just announced that they are officially working on, and that is the Thunderbolts. And I'm talking about the U.S. agent, aka John Walker. Now, John Walker appeared in the Falcon and Winter Soldier show last spring, and I thought he did a great job. Wyatt Russell played him, and overall his character arc was very interesting, and I'd even argue that his character arc was just as interesting, if not more interesting to follow compared to Anthony Mackie's Falcon and Sebastian Stan's Winter Soldier. We saw his full transformation from being the new symbol of hope for the US government to now turning into a potential darker rogue agent at the US government's disposal. The Funko Pop that I think you guys should go out and grab is actually one that I've suggested multiple times in the past, but I think right now is the time to double down and not waste any more time if you are on the fence about grabbing this one for your collection. And they have come out with several John Walker Funko Pops since this one came out for the show, but this one right here is the OG US Agent Funko Pop. It is a LA Comic-Con exclusive, and I think it's just a really awesome pop. It is a simple pop, but a very awesome one. And this one came out in 2015. Now, the reason I'm suggesting this one once again is because this one actually did get a little bit of hype last year at the peak of the show, and it actually rose in value to about $55. However, since the show has, since premiered and a lot of people have kind of moved on and focused on other Marvel characters, this one has since fallen to its current price, which it stands at today, of only $24. Now, Wyatt Russell, the actor who plays the U.S. agent, says he has not been called yet for any type of role in an upcoming Thunderbolts project. However, he is ready to go whenever Marvel needs him, and he is excited to play the role once again in any capacity that they ask. So always good to hear that an actor is very motivated to play a very interesting character on film and everything. And I think this pop has the potential to rise even more to $55 and above if the Thunderbolts movie ends up being a good one. And guys, if you are a massive Marvel fan and Marvel collector like myself, make sure you guys smash that subscribe button because we have a lot of Marvel content that we have to talk about this year, and I'm very excited to break everything down and hopefully give you guys opportunities to get the best deals on all the Marvel Funko Pops. Alright, let's get back to the list. So now moving into the next character, kind of trending with some villains and some anti-heroes, the next character that we have to talk about is honestly a no-brainer, and I'm really surprised that his pop has not gone up more in value, but I have a feeling it could be spiking in value in the next few days. And the character that I'm talking about is Namor, the Submariner. Now, we could be getting a Black Panther 2 trailer at any point this week. We could be getting some kind of end credit scene for Thor Love and Thunder that leads us into Black Panther 2 Wakanda Forever that is due to release in November of this year. So we're still getting another major Marvel blockbuster this year. And in case you guys haven't heard, Namor, the Submariner, is due to be the villain in that film. Now, in the comics, Namor is a huge adversary for the Wakandans. The Atlanteans and the Wakandans have fought several times, and even in the present day MCU, there's already been a couple hints and Easter eggs for Atlantis. So we have a feeling, or we've had a feeling for a long time, that Namor was going to show up, and now it's very likely that we're going to be seeing the actor in the role on screen in the next few days with a possible trailer. Namor right here only has one Funko Pop. That's it, guys. If you want to get Namor for your collection, this is your only opportunity. Now, this one is really cool. It is part of the Marvel 80 Years line. It does have some awesome comic book art right here on the back. And you're not going to believe me when I tell you guys that this is currently worth only $15 according to Pop Price Guide. Now, once again, it has risen a little bit here in 2022 from $10 to $15, but I could see this pop easily rising to $40 or $50 if the Black Panther movie does very well, which I have a feeling it's going to be an awesome movie. There's been some people that have said that since they wrapped up filming, they're very proud of the script and everything, and I'm really excited for that movie. I think I'm actually excited for that movie more than Love and Thunder this weekend. That's just me. I know other people might have different feelings, but I'm very excited for the sequel for Black Panther. And guys, I highly suggest if you don't get any pops on today's list, at least get this one, put them away for a couple months, because I guarantee you, you will thank yourself later. We all saw what happened to the Black Bolt Funko Pop. That thing skyrocketed, and Black Bolt was only in the Doctor Strange movie for 3 minutes. So imagine seeing Namor on the big screen with some epic battles and everything. This one's definitely going to go up. Now moving into the next character on today's list, unlike Namor the Submariner, this character has been rising a lot in value lately, and his Funko Pop might just be a little bit harder to track down, but definitely not impossible. So if you guys are up for a good hunt, this is the best Funko Pop that'll give you a good challenge on today's list. And this one right here that I'm talking about now is one that I actually don't have in hand. I actually just bought one a few days ago, so it should be here very soon, but I had to jump on this one right away, and that is Kraglin, who you guys may recall seeing from Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. Now, Kraglin, the last time we saw him, he was taken over for the mantle of Yondu at the end of Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, and he was learning how to use Yondu's arrow, of which he passed on to Kraglin. Now, I'm very excited to see this character once again, and we're actually going to see him very soon. We found out recently that he's going to be appearing in the Guardians of the Galaxy scenes in Thor Love and Thunder. Now, we don't know if he has any lines or anything. He could just be appearing in the background, or he could just have a few quick lines, and that's about it. But he is going to be appearing. It has been confirmed that the actor was on set for Thor Love and Thunder, and he is going to be in the movie this weekend. But he's definitely going to be in Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 for next year, and I'm also very excited for that movie. In terms of Kraglin's Funko Pops, it is going to be singular, not plural, because he only has one Funko Pop. It was a San Diego Comic-Con exclusive way back from 2018. Now, the shared sticker is the one that's a lot easier to get these days. It has been rising. Here in 2022, it has risen from about $20 to where it sits at today at $32. Now, here is the big challenge, guys. If you want to go out and get the con sticker one, which I haven't been able to track down yet, that one is currently trending for $90. So we are pushing Grail status with this character. And because this character only has one Funko Pop, if you want to go out and get this for your collection, sellers can really trap you because this is your only option. So don't sleep on this Funko Pop for too long, guys, because with the con sticker already being as high as it is, it's not going to be longer before the shared sticker catches up. So if you need Kraglin for your collection, do not wait. So now, even though Chris Evans might not be returning to the MCU as Captain America, there is another actress who made a very surprising and epic return to the MCU in the form of a different version of her character, and I'm talking about Peggy Carter returning as Haley Atwell's now Captain Carter. I absolutely love seeing Captain Carter in Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. Even though her screen time was cut short, I thoroughly enjoyed every single second, maybe right up until the end, of seeing her character on the big screen. Now, Captain Carter is a character that they actually took from the animated series Marvel's What If and brought her to live action this past spring with Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. And a lot of Marvel fans, including myself, loved it, and they are demanding that Marvel Studios make a Captain Carter show. Now, there's no confirmation that Marvel is going to be making a Captain Carter show anytime soon, as they have dozens of other projects on their plate. Haley Atwell says she is open to returning as the character, which is very interesting, and I'd love to see that happen either in another movie or with her own series. In the meantime, though, I think a lot of people are starting to pay attention to Agent Peggy Carter and her timeline in the MCU, and as a result, some of her Funko Pops have been quietly rising in value. One of them specifically is one of the Agent Carter Pops, and I actually have it right here. This is the Hot Topic exclusive one from 2015. She's got her classic red hat, and then on the back here, we even have some really cool show art of Agent Carter. Now, a lot of people, I guess, are starting to find out that Haley Atwell was already in her own TV series, and this was before Disney Plus and everything with the Agent Carter show. The Agent Carter show didn't last very long. It was kind of a prequel show. It did have Howard Stark in it, which was very cool, and Jarvis, but at the same time, the series was very short-lived just because it was a prequel, and we kind of knew what was going to happen to Peggy Carter in the MCU moving forward, so there wasn't really a lot of opportunity for story to tell. Now, in terms of her Funko Pops, they have actually been very low and affordable for a long time. Right up until the end of last year did we see this one specifically start to rise in value, way above retail, if I might add. This one is currently trending at $45, and I could see this one continuing to go up because they're not going to be making any more Agent Carter Funko Pops. They just absolutely have no reason to do so unless they go back and make one, which is highly unlikely of Funko to do so. They've made a bunch of Captain Carter Pops, so if you guys want to go grab one of those for your collection, they're very reasonable. But if you have any interest in getting Agent Peggy Carter for your collection, now is the time, because there's just not a lot of them on the market, and I have a feeling a lot of them are going to be disappearing, especially if we get more of Haley Atwell in the upcoming MCU. So for the last Funko Pop on today's Marvel list, This one is a little bit above the typical price that I like to recommend for you guys to go out and buy. However, I think this one has to be talked about because this is a character that is definitely being hinted at and someone that's going to be coming to the MCU probably sooner rather than later, and that person is Doctor Doom. Now, unfortunately, there isn't a lot of Doctor Doom Funko Pops. When it comes to Doctor Doom, you just don't have a lot of options. However, the one that I think you hardcore Marvel fans should go out and try to grab is the original Doctor Doom, which I have right here, because I think this one is going to turn from a grail to becoming a mega impossible to find grail. Now, this is from way back in 2013. We're talking OG Funko Marvel right here. And you guys can see the JJL on the bottom of 2013. This one is currently trending at $95. And there's also a black and white version as well as a metallic version, which are just already impossible to find and pretty much mega grails that's going to be impossible for the average collector to track down. However, I do think there is some potential for you hardcore Marvel fans. If you start looking for this one now and you're willing to pay a little bit, above our typical Funko budget, you can get for your collection and you will definitely thank yourself later when we see Doctor Doom appear in the MCU. Now, the reason I'm talking about Doctor Doom right now is because I can count 2 Easter eggs as of recent that we've seen in the MCU hinting at Doctor Doom's arrival. The first one we saw in the Moon Knight series in the first episode where there's that epic chase scene and everything, and Moon Knight is being chased down by all the goons and everything. You see in the background for a brief second there's a giant castle, and it has been confirmed that that is supposed to be Doctor Doom's castle from the comics. The other Easter egg that I have seen in the MCU as of recent was actually in Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness when John Krasinski's Reed Richards, aka Mr. Fantastic, appeared. He appeared using this weird holographic platform, and that platform is actually a time travel device that is known to be also used by Victor Von Doom, aka Doctor Doom in the comics. So right there we have 2 pretty big hints at Doctor Doom coming to the MCU. He's also a very big villain associated with the Fantastic Four. So with them bringing in the Fantastic Four, you have to imagine they're going to be bringing in Doctor Doom at some point. Like I said, guys, this is a little bit higher than I'd like to recommend, but with this just being an OG pop and one that I think is vastly undervalued from 2013. We're talking about a 9-year-old Funko Pop. If you guys have the opportunity to go after this Funko Pop, whether it is straight for sale or you see it in a mystery box, go after it because I definitely think you guys will be happy when you have this in your collection and you see Doctor Doom appearing in the MCU. Now that's going to do it for our list of Funko Pops, but I do actually have one Funko Soda that I think you guys should go out and grab because once again, just like some of these other Pops that I talked about today, I think it is vastly undervalued, and that is the Thor Funko Soda, specifically the Chase. Now, if you guys haven't seen the Thor Funko Soda, I have the common as well as the Chase to show off for you guys, as well as the can that Thor came in. He was exclusive to last year's FunCon, coming in at 15,000 pieces. Now, 15,000 pieces is pretty big for a soda. Here is what the common looks like. I think the common is great. Accurately depicts what Thor looks like from the comics. And then you have the Chase. In case you guys don't know, the Chase is actually blacklight. And I think Funko does a great job when, even though there isn't a mold change between the sodas, when they make a blacklight Chase. A lot of people do like collecting the blacklights, and that's why Funko has gone full force and made a lot of different blacklight collectible items. You guys are not going to believe me right now, but according to Pop Price Guide, this amazing blacklight Chase, which is limited to only 2,500 pieces, that is it, is currently trending for only $50. I think $50 is an absolute steal for this Chase. Of course, you can get the common for around $10 to $15. If you guys don't have the common, definitely go out and grab it. But if you guys are hunting down this Chase, definitely go grab it because I could see this one going way up in value just because a lot of the other blacklight sodas come with a blacklight common and then a different variant blacklight chase. But I think this one is just awesome and a rare thing that Funko has done when it comes to the blacklights, and that's why I had to get it in today's video. But that's going to do it for us today. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments section below. Do you agree with all my Marvel picks? Is there any Marvel Pops that I'm missing or neglected to talk about? Let me know down below. I would love to hear everyone's thoughts. Are you also excited for Thor: Love and Thunder? I know I am, and we are definitely going to be going to see the movie very, very soon. With that being said, guys, if you enjoyed the video, make sure to give it a huge thumbs up. If you know a Marvel fan or fellow Marvel collector, make sure you share it out to them, because we want to make sure that everybody has the best opportunity to grab some Funko Pops and a Funko Soda or two for a lot less money as compared to down the road when they are more money. We all like to save money, right? With that being said, guys, thank you so much for watching. As always, don't stop shooting until you score, and we'll see you all very soon.